This may not be how you imagined starting university, but we are so happy you're here. You're now officially a part of the University of Winnipeg community. And while you may not be physically on campus, we hope your first year at UW will be filled with new experiences, new friends, and a lot of learning. Let's start by giving you a picture of what your year will look like. First up is fall term. There are many deadlines to remember when you first start classes. Whether you use a notebook, an agenda, or a whiteboard, I recommend starting each term by writing down all of the important dates you need to remember. Lectures begin in September, and so do the roll call start of term activities hosted by the UWSA. I encourage you to attend and get to know your new community. This year, it will be held online. Check out the uwsa.ca for more information. Also in September, there are two important deadlines that you should remember. These are the end of the add drop period and the date that tuition is due. These are not the same date, so please make note of both. At the start of every term, students are given a chance to sample their courses to make sure they're a good fit and to make any changes they need to their schedule without any financial penalty. The add drop period is the last day of the term when you can drop a course and still receive a full refund for your tuition. If you registered for a 6-credit-hour fall-winter course, you may receive a partial refund if you drop the course after the add drop period, but within the 50% refund deadline. Keep in mind that all changes need to be finalized through student planning, but you can always ask Student Central for help if you aren't sure how to do something. Once you have settled on your courses, you need to pay your tuition. The deadline for tuition payments can be found on WebAdvisor or in the academic calendar. If you aren't sure how much is owed, statements are available through WebAdvisor. Paying tuition is quick and easy. You can pay through your online banking account the same way you would pay for a bill. Just use your student number as the account number when prompted. International students can go to flywire.com to pay from a bank abroad. October is when most midterms will be held, and many of your assignments and papers will be due. But don't worry, this is also when Reading Week happens, so you have a chance to study and catch up on your assignments. This is also a time to make sure you take a break, take time for yourself, and relax. The voluntary withdrawal date for your fall courses is in November. Up until that date, you can still drop any of your courses without any academic penalty, but you will still be responsible for tuition fees. Lectures end at the start of December, and you will be very busy finishing assignments and studying for exams. But after those are done, you can relax and celebrate as the university closes for winter break. Looking at winter term, you'll see it follows much the same format as the fall, with the add drop period and tuition deadline in January, midterms and reading week in February, the voluntary withdrawal deadline for winter courses in March, and then final exams in April. One great resource that is accessible at any time is the University of Winnipeg website. There's an incredible amount of information available for you on a large variety of topics. If you're not sure where to look for answers, try accessing the student page by clicking on Student at the top left corner of the screen. Here you will find links to a variety of academic resources, online tools, and other helpful links. If you still can't find what you're looking for, try using the search engine at the top right corner of the screen. If your first choice classes are full, you always have the option to add yourself to a waitlist. Then, if a spot becomes available in a course and you are next in line, you will receive an email to your UW webmail account letting you know that you have 3 days to register. Make sure you're checking your UWinnipeg email address daily. If possible, we recommend having your email come to your phone so that you don't miss out on any important information coming from the university. Waitlists will be run until the last day of the add drop period, so keep checking for updates even though classes have started. Also, remember to keep your waitlists up to date. Use the Manage My Waitlist link in WebAdvisor to see where you're at on the waitlist and to drop yourself from waitlists for classes that you're no longer interested in taking. The bookstore will remain closed to in-person purchases, but don't worry. You can order all of your textbooks and UFW merch through their website. You can buy or rent new textbooks, or you can choose a used copy and save some money. The hard copies will be mailed to you, while digital copies can be accessed online. Having your books shipped to you will take a little bit longer than picking them up in person, so make sure you place your order as soon as possible. Visit uwinnipegstore.ca for more information. There may be other options to purchase your textbooks, such as through private sales or online book vendors, or even through the library. However, keep in mind that the UW bookstore will have the right book with the right edition that your instructor has picked out for your class, so be careful when looking for books from other venues. Classes start soon, and you may be wondering what to expect. Many of your instructors will be using Nexus, our online learning management system, to post course materials for you to review. You should log in before classes begin to review the layout and look at the material posted for your class. If the instructor is not using Nexus, they will likely be emailing you the course material. Again, you should make sure you're checking your UWinnipeg email at least once a day. A lot of classes will be hosted on Zoom this term. Treat these classes as you would any other class and show up ready to learn. And don't forget to participate. Just because the class is online doesn't mean you can't ask questions or engage in class exercises just as you would in person. One of the most important documents you'll receive is the course outline. Your course outline will have an overview of your assignments, the grading scheme for the course, important deadlines, required readings and textbooks, contact information for your professor, and an outline of topics covered each week. It is a document you will review multiple times throughout the course. Make sure you know where to access it for the future. Meeting new friends may be more challenging while we're not on campus, but that doesn't mean you can't meet new people. Nexus will have a list of your classmates, their email address, and you can contact them through the application itself. I encourage you to reach out to your classmates and try to meet at least one new friend this term. You can use online platforms such as Zoom, WhatsApp, Google Hangout, and Facebook Messenger to connect outside of classes. Professors and instructors are here to share their knowledge with you and assist you in learning. They love sharing their passion and their expertise. They are human just like you, so don't be afraid to reach out to them if you need help. If you are unable to attend a class or submit an assignment on time due to illness or an unforeseen circumstance beyond your control, please let them know as soon as possible. It is best to tell them ahead of time, but we understand that this is not always possible. Also, remember when reaching out to your instructor, it's important to use basic email etiquette. Address your instructor professionally. Don't start an email with, "Hey prof," even if you know them really well. Use complete sentences and formal language. It is also essential that you include your first name and last name, as well as your student number. There are some rules to follow, whether your class is online or in person. Be respectful and don't chat with classmates while the lecture is going on. Participate in class discussions, take notes, show up on time, and stay for the whole class. Limit your distractions and try your best not to distract others. If you are participating in a live online class, make sure to mute your microphone when it is not your turn to speak. Being a good student means that you meet university expectations and fully understand what academic integrity is and the ramifications of not following the requirements. It means behaving honestly and ethically, including when writing assignments and tests. The opposite of academic integrity in university is academic misconduct. Please make sure you review the academic misconduct regulations in the academic calendar or in the resource guide. Here are some tips to help you maintain academic integrity. 1. Don't wait until last minute to complete your assignments. 2. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the citation method expected by your instructor and cite all of your sources appropriately. 3. Express original ideas and opinions. 4. Speak with your professors regarding expectations and requirements. 5. Know university policies and regulations. Keep in mind, rules at the university may be different or even contradictory to your past experiences, so it's always a good idea to double check. You are all set to get started with your first year of university. Remember that you're part of a community now, surrounded by faculty, staff, and students who will support you throughout your time here. We are so glad that you have chosen the University of Winnipeg. Have a wonderful first year.